I'm happy to see you here. How are you? Oh, are we
Good.
popping open some vino?
Yeah. This is
that's a beautiful
Naked
bottle.
Wines.
That's gorgeous. Oh, that's so funky. That looks like you should have drink it in a glass on one of those 70s sunken-in couches.
Yeah, I sent Eli that book, 70s Design.
Did he message you about that, by the way?
Yeah, well, he just thanked me for the birthday gift.
That one arrived later or on a different day without anything with it. And so we were like, I said right off the bat, 100% that is from Susie and Adam. He's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, nope,
Was it weird or, I mean, I don't have it.
Beautiful and so cool. Okay. And I knew because I know that you are into like the 70s.
Yeah, peace, love, dope. For sure.
Peace, love, dope. Yeah.
Yes, I do love a sunken couch.
I know. I think I love the whole, like that time period aesthetic is just cool. And I read an article recently that was getting, upset at new home designs. And it was titled something along the lines of attention LA home designers.
Yeah.
Stop making boxes. We don't want to live in these boxes. They just look so terrible.
Obviously, I share that sentiment. I like a weird house.
Yeah.
I like interesting character. Yeah. Everybody has the same house, but that's like Instagram that made that happen in part,
Yeah. And now they're doing all those AI inspired homes that they put pictures up online. And it's getting really hard to tell what is what. And I get really excited about these houses and then show them to Eli. And Eli's like, that's not even real. That's a rendering. And I can't tell the difference between what's fake and what's real. So can everybody just stop it?
Yeah. Please, just for us.
Yeah. I equal parts resist all this technological change and embrace all of it and love it and know that this is the future. But I don't know. Like it feels weird with like AI designing things that can't ever actually be made. And
yeah.
Stop that.
I'm not into
getting
that
me excited
whole scene.
about fake things.
Yeah. As you know, I am very much in a time warp. Like my references are like my 70s Johnny Carson era Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm just stuck
old
and
gossip.
I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy you're there.
Yeah. It's fine.
I wanted to tell you a funny thing.
Yeah.
From today.
Okay.
Link said that in this semester, what do they call it?
Yeah.
They call it semester?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of school, that they have health class. They have certain ones that are only like one period or one semester a year or whatever. And I go, oh, what are they going to talk about? Boners? And he goes, nutrition. And I was like, oh, so not
health,
boners?
yeah, like regular health,
and he goes,
like actual health.
Nutrition.
He's like, Mom, they're not talking about boners.
I really thought that. I thought it was,
I would think that it is synonymous with like sex ed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But
middle
like health
school.
class, that's what it's supposed to. Oh my God,
Yeah.
middle school. Stop it, Lincoln. Yeah, so it's just nutrition that.
It's actually just nutrition.
Which
and I
is
was like,
an
can you
important
teach them about
class.
boners though?
Yeah. So is that a separate class or is that part of
because
that curriculum?
The previous 2 years when they had the kind of like the puberty class.
Yeah.
Whenever I was like, what did they talk about? He claimed that it was deodorant mainly, and I couldn't accept it. And I asked him many times, and he was like, I go, they didn't say anything about your balls or sperm or whatever. And he was like, no, just deodorant. I mean, they're really passing the buck.
Yeah, they really are. And it's super, super important. I have it's like the most perfect segue you could have ever given me.
Oh my gosh.
Into a topic that I read a whole article about in the New York Times. It's from 2022, but I think it's still really important. And I don't know if we've talked about it on here.
Okay.
But it was this article titled "Puberty is Starting Earlier and Earlier and No One Knows Why."
Does no one know why? Because I feel like we do know why.
What are some
I
of
thought it
your
was the
theories
endocrine disruptors, like the plastics.
So that is one of the theories on it. I think that's the strongest. Some scientists want to say that they can't, point fingers directly to that.
What else could it be?
So,
because it sure ain't evolution.
Right. It's not evolution. There are arguments that maybe it could be stress and lifestyle.
Okay.
So, and we're talking, just so people know, we're not talking like a little bit earlier. If you look at the data since the 1970s, the age of puberty on average has lowered by 3 months every decade.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we're now seeing girls as young as 6 and 7
That's terrible.
Starting puberty.
I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, this started with a doctor who was recognizing this herself. She was noticing that she was starting to see the signs. Her name was Marcia Herman Giddens, or is still alive, and she started to realize in about the 1980s that something was changing. She worked in, I think, pediatrics or like pediatric endocrinology, something like that. And she was like, this doesn't seem right. And she wanted to know where the connection was, what's happening, why are we seeing breast development? That was kind of the sign that they were seeing in girls that were much younger.
Yeah.
So she also found when she looked at this research or looked for this research in the 1980s that there wasn't any there. So she did the research herself. And a decade later, she published a study of more than 17,000 girls who underwent these physical examinations. And that's where she found these numbers. And this was even more striking in lower income and in Black neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. That there is a big,
That's why, to me, it's so obvious that it's environmental factors because you know how climate change disproportionately affects vulnerable populations. So it's cheaper to live near the, factory that produces exhaust and whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's where people with lower incomes end up living. Mm-hmm. And so then they have all these adverse health effects
and all the other things that go with that. One of the other links they say is childhood obesity, and when girls who are overweight tend to start their periods earlier than girls of average weight.
Right. Is that like your body's tricked into thinking you're older than you are because of something about your size?
Maybe, or maybe it's the amount of like estrogen or some of those levels become off, something changes. There was a 2021 study out of Britain that found that leptin, a hormone that's released by fat cells that limits hunger, acted on the part of the brain that also regulated sexual development.
I mean, the deck is stacked.
Yeah, so that's one. Then, of course, we have, like you said, chemicals that... There was a 2009 study of 1,000 school-age girls in Copenhagen, and they found that the average age of breast development have dropped by a year since the earlier study, and girls were getting their periods earlier, around age 13, and this was about 4 months earlier than what they had reported before, and this, they said, was linked to the chemicals in the environment.
It's bad news.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? How old were you when you got your period?
I was 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 11.
Oh my gosh. How do you not know, number one?
I don't freaking know. I was in fifth grade.
There was a lot going on for you.
There was a lot going on for me.
I mean,
it was, I can remember.
That is very young.
where I was, but I was in fifth grade. And I definitely remember developing breast tissue young. But this is a fact that we see in studies that girls who have been sexually abused will start puberty early.
I hate this story.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrible because, for real, I mean, apart from the fact that you can have kids after you get your period, it is like the worst. I hate it. I've always hated it. You know how you got a party when you got yours? Like every month it's been the opposite of a party when I get mine.
Well, that was that one time. It's been getting significantly worse. Trust me. Like
you peaked at the first one.
Yeah. Right. Downhill ever since.
Let me take a break and say that something that is great for my health, at least, is AG1. I love a routine.
Yes.
I love getting every morning something great for my body. And you just whip that up and you're like, I am killing it. I am so good at adulting.
Yes, right? And that's all you need. One little thing to start your day, and you could build healthy habits right on top of that. It's great.
It's the snowball effect, people. I'm telling you, it is the easiest thing in the world. And then your whole day is great because you're like, I am awesome. But it is just so great to have stuff in your body that's good for your brain, your gut, your immune health, with the probiotics, which are crucial. And they have a deal for our listeners. If there's one product we had to recommend to elevate your health, it's AG1. That's why we partner with them for so long. So if you want to take ownership of your health, start with AG1. Try AG1, and you get the free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2. And you get 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase exclusively at drinkag1.com/braincandy. That's drinkag1.com/braincandy. Check it out. And if you forget that info, you can check it out on our website, thebraincandypodcast.com.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's one of those things where they say no one knows why, because it's so many different factors that could be contributing to this.
Yeah, none of them are good.
Right. None of them are good. And it becomes damn near impossible to stop this, slow this down, change this, whatever. And it's not good, because not only is there a link to between like girls who have experienced sexual abuse and starting puberty earlier, but there's also a link between people who start puberty earlier and increased rates of depression and addiction and all these other things that go with it.
You mean girls?
For girls who hit puberty earlier, who start puberty earlier than other girls. And I was talking about this with Eli and trying to understand what that may mean, if it's a cause or effect kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, I was telling him, like, experience as a little girl, that as soon as you develop breasts, you become sexualized by the boys around you. And so is it the early sexualization that
and the men
they
around
received
you, by the way.
and the men? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not just boys.
Very good point. And the men around you.
It's so confusing too, What a mess.
It is such a mess. This is happening whether we like it or not. And then schools and are like, don't want to talk about it. And then happening at an age where boys are still like, boobies, ooga, ooga. Like,
I hate how whenever somebody says whether we like it or not, we never like it.
No, never. Have you ever not? Right. Right.
I've never been like, oh, well, never been used as like, whether we like it or not, we're getting $1 million. Right.
It's never, ever been used for something positive. You're so right.
It.
No, we do not like it. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, girls. I feel your pain.
Yeah, I really do. There was something else I wanted to say on this about boys, little girls. Oh, well. Yeah, so it's all terrible, just like as per usual.
Yeah. Standard.
Let me think of something that's not terrible to share with you. Oh, this was kind of exciting. I love, as much as I hate everything that's happening on ESPN and in men's sports and complain about that all the time. Shout out to women's sports.
They are really.
I mean, they are
more
crushing
sports.
I don't want more men's sports, but I do want more women's sports. And every single time an article comes out that says, this women's team has smashed the records of like 300% more audience.
Why do you think it feels like all of a sudden? Do you think it's not actually all of a sudden? It's just like labor coming, getting results now? Or do you think something has changed?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I had not really heard anything about this because I'm not really following women's hockey, but
I didn't even know there was women's hockey.
Well, Suze,
I don't feel bad.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of changes that have recently happened. So what is it called? Professional Women's Hockey League, PWHL.
It is annoying how, I know, like you said, why do we have to say women's hockey? We don't have to say men's hockey. Mm-hmm. Like they always are just National Hockey League, not National Men's Hockey League.
Right.
I'm sick of them.
It should be like National Hockey League and then men's division, women's division.
Yes, Sarah.
Right? I think so. Well, women's hockey has been one that has really been not gotten any attention and any credit for a long time. In fact, I think it was up until 2019. They were not paying players anything, and there was nobody negotiating on their behalf. It was really bad.
You mean nothing, literally zero?
I mean, maybe $3,000 for the entire season. That was their signing contracts.
Yeah.
It was really bad. So I can't remember what year this all went down, but the old women's hockey organization that was not taking care of players, not giving them any sort of advertising opportunities and giving them the contracts that they deserve, or even the places to play, was what do you call it when they dismantle an organization? Dismantled, I guess. They got rid of that. And I can't remember what the guy's company was, but the woman who came in was Billie Jean King and was like, I'm going to bring in my company and we're going to be investors in this. They started a new women's hockey organization. It's called the Professional Women's Hockey League. And they had their very first game after this, new reorganizing, and did everything that we were talking about before, crushed and shattered the records for attendance.
I feel like Billie Jean King is out there doing it all on her own.
It really does seem like that. She's like, oh, for fuck's sake, you guys can't do this. Hang on, I'll do it. Let me come in here. And she did that to really make sure that stand behind the changes that were happening, to say, nope, I am here and I'm supporting women. And now they're getting contracts that are closer to what the men's look like.
It's like a living wage.
No, it's not though.
Not even.
It's you still have to have another job if you are not some of the top players. And they've changed the ways that they can recruit players, things like that. And now I think there are 6 different teams that are in this organization. And it's the first time really in history that we've had a unified hockey league for women. And that is so surprising to me. I mean, hockey and cold weather sports is never something that I was exposed to living in Southern California. So I didn't really know about this whole world.
She's making up for lost time, though.
I sure am. And just a couple weeks ago, we were up staying in some ski town, and there was a little girls hockey team that was staying at the same hotel we were in.
That's really cool. Wouldn't you love if your daughter played hockey?
Because we were all snowed in and we all got stuck. So everybody's staying at this hotel another night when, they should definitely be on the road. So you got all the kids there, and they had just had this big tournament. So we're in the hot tub with the team mom and 20 little girls who just finished a hockey game. And I'm going to talk to them. I'm like, you guys are so cool for doing what you do. Mm-hmm. And they love it. They are so excited about it. And to think that and it brought such a crowd. There were lines to get in to see this.
It sounds like they just need better PR.
Yes, I mean, they absolutely. And
because if I knew there was a game, I would go. I just have never heard.
Eli and I tried to get tickets. It was sold out.
Okay,
the little girls games.
Right, this is a crowd pleaser.
It is a crowd pleaser, and I just think that we need to be given all the attention to women's sports. I just love it.
Well, you probably aren't aware, but our pal Coley from Real World Denver, she is, I don't know her official title, but it's basically like head of PR or whatever for the WNBA.
What?
Yeah, she used to work for the bowling.
I got a connection. I got a hookup in the WNBA.
Yeah, because she is. I mean, she's like one of the top people in their
wow,
administrative whatever, and that she has an amazing job, and she promotes the WNBA. It's a great job.
I love it. And they're finally getting a lot of attention and recognition.
I know.
Like women's college basketball is just crushing it. I can't remember the woman's name.
Volleyball.
But yes.
Huge.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
They're so good. These athletes are amazing. Women's soccer.
I'll tell you what else is good.
Yeah.
And that is Honey Love. And I guarantee you a lot of these athletes are wearing their Honey Love leggings and sports bras.
Definitely. Yeah. They don't want those uniboob sports bras that no. This one will keep your ladies looking nice. And
yeah, right. This is a whole nother level. This is the best supportive shapewear, athleisure type stuff you are going to find. Really high quality, really flattering, really comfortable. The leggings are my go-to. I wear them. I still am on my, pump club lifestyle.
Yes.
My workouts have been modified since I chopped my thumb off. However, I haven't missed a day in months.
That's so good, Suze.
I have a problem. Where I must not stop. So treat yourself to the best bras and shapewear on the market. Save 20% off at honeylove.com/braincandy. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/braincandy. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Start the new year with confidence thanks to Honey Love. I love them. Their stuff is fantastic.
Oh, man. And I am definitely the age where I need, or the body type that needs just some nice shapewear underneath to hold everything in. It just makes me feel supported and good.
You and me both, sister.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to start.
When I told my trainer that I did that to my thumb, and I was like, I think it's fine though, because you could hold a weight without your thumb, whatever. So I was saying I think I'll be fine doing. She was like, don't do that. Absolutely do not do that. Can you imagine if I just start, because the bleeding, it really was worse than I expected.
And also you shouldn't do that because you're sending blood to that area and you're forcing. Absolutely don't do that.
She was like, please don't do that.
Please don't.
I'll modify this. So she modified it for me.
Yeah.
I was really, because let's say you are a person that's trying to make progress, and then you have to for your surgery or something, you have to stop because of a medical thing or whatever,
right? And
then you feel like you're going to lose all the progress.
It is a horrible feeling, and that feeling of being worried about losing the progress can be that feelings about the feeling stuff, and then we're have an awareness that then makes you less motivated to do the thing anyway.
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's a mess.
It really is. And
so don't do that. Just take a minute.
That in those times, or for myself, in recovering from a surgery, this is when I think of that Naiad woman and people like that, where I'm like, oh, poor Suze, I'm seeing how you have to drink out of a cup, and even that is
It's so funny to learn. The body is so fascinating. And when you have an injury of any kind, as you'll see after your thing, the weirdest things are a problem. The number one problem for me right now is putting my bra on.
Oh, I was going to say maybe putting your pants on, pulling
pants
something up.
Or buttoning. Jeans. Yeah, buttoning jeans after you go to the bathroom. Stupid stuff where you can do all kinds of really seemingly difficult things, but then like, oh, I can't get my bra on. And I was like, Dad, can you help me? And he was like, I've never put one on before.
Oh, God.
Like,
they cannot help themselves.
I can't. It's like Sam Malone over here. Right?
It really is. Like, oh, I got to make a joke. Okay. Oh, that's what I was going to say when I couldn't remember about puberty. And I will never forget the kid who spent the entire 5th grade snapping my bra.
Snapping bras. Right.
That's sexualizing
that should be
me.
Death penalty.
Yeah, you should get like expelled for that. I'm sorry.
Adam just texted me. Yeah. He was like, ha, classic. I'm exposing him.
Yeah.
But it's so true. That, like you're saying, the snapping bra, death penalty. Hands off.
I hate it. I hate it so much. So
hate
that, but love women's sports and like shout out to now. Now I want to go. I want to go to. Well, this is
but because this league of hockey players is like what 2 towns or something. How we need more teams. Many.
We do need more teams. Yeah, on the very first game, they broke the attendance record for a professional women's hockey game with 13,316 fans under one roof for their first game. 13,000?
Awesome. Yeah.
That's so many people.
I mean, if Taylor Swift just said she loved women's hockey, the whole sport would be transformed.
That's what I'm thinking a little bit of this boost in women's sports is the trendiness of showing up to women's sports and like being supportive of it. And I love it.
Like what's that Ted Lasso guy?
Yes,
Jason Sudeikis.
I was just going to ask you what the Ted Lasso guy's name is.
He's real into being
he loves
women's basketball
Every
guy.
single sweatshirt he wears. He wore shoes on the red carpet that were the Nikes. I think they're Nikes of like designed by one of the women in the NBA.
See?
They're like her signature shoe. You can have like Jordans. Like he wore those on the freaking red carpet. Yeah.
Like even if it's a gimmick, I'm like, yeah, Jason. Correct.
Yeah, please. It's kind of like when, guys sign up for like women's studies because they like want to get laid. Like, great. If you happen to pick up a few things while you're here, look, I'm into it.
It can't hurt.
It can't hurt. Right. So I'm really excited about that. And, since you mentioned Ted Lasso, I have been meaning to share this one with you guys for so long. Ted Lasso in real life, the documentary, I guess, TV show, Welcome to Wrexham. Have you
never heard of it?
Susie?
She's losing it.
I am losing it because I resisted and waited. I kept hearing from so many people,
I've never even heard of it.
So Welcome to Wrexham is about a Welsh soccer team.
I'm not convinced so far.
That was doing so first you should know that soccer in Europe in like the league has the opportunity, each team has the opportunity to move up or move down based on how well they do each season. So like we have, the NBA that's all the same players. But imagine if the NBA and your local rec center all had the opportunity based on the teams they played against and who they won to move up and move down in rankings. And they have these different leagues. I think there's like 4 different leagues.
English, just the soccer league.
Yeah.
Has that. I just learned about this, how they will like relegate you to like the shitty league.
Yes.
And it's like shame. Stigma.
Exactly. One of the main characters from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Rob McElhenney, is a big sports fan. He's like, Eagles, like sports fan, like one of those, right?
Yeah.
the worst fans, but such diehard fans, and knows like how good it feels to like be part of a team, and then learned about what you and I just learned about, how those rankings go,
right?
And was like, wait a sec. So you mean to tell me a team that's losing can get up there and play with the right management and the right players and everything, and has an opportunity? I think I want to buy a team. So he reaches out to Ryan Reynolds on Instagram and is like, hey, buddy, you want to go in on it? I'm sure they had more conversation.
My DMs really suck compared to that.
I'm like, nobody's DMing me about starting a
business opportunities.
I also don't own Mint Mobile and, all these other companies that would help this maybe. So he reached out. Ryan Reynolds is like, okay, I'm in.
Oh, that's great.
Susie, this show, you will cry every episode.
Where are you watching this? I'm mad about it.
I think it's on Apple TV.
Oh, okay. I need to re-up then.
Oh, I'll give you my login.
Listen, I want to say something just briefly. Okay, wait. First, I want to say that I could use some sustenance right now, and that means I could use some Green Chef right now.
Absolutely. Shout out to Green Chef for making it so I don't have to learn how to cook a keto meal, but I can still get all the credit for making a keto meal for Eli. And I'm like, look, I went grocery shopping.
Well, it is awesome because they have all these different options and choices. So if you have a particular kind of diet that you want to maintain, vegetarian, keto, whatever the heck else you people are into, I don't even know. I just know they're delicious. So I'm not fussed. You send me whatever you want and I'm going to be happy. But if you're one of these people that has specifications, well, Green Chef is the answer because they send you the ingredients in the recipe and then you can make this delicious meal. Yeah. Protein packed, quick and easy, calorie smart, Mediterranean. Although the older I get and the more focused I am on health as wealth, that Mediterranean diet is where it's at.
I'm telling you, Suze.
It's the secret. I know. I need to just embrace it.
I love a Mediterranean plate.
They're convenient. They're easy. It's sustainable. It's delicious. Go to greenchef.com/60braincandy and use code 60braincandy to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. So go to greenchef.com/60braincandy and use code 60braincandy to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. It is so great. You'll love it.
And they're owned by HelloFresh, so you can switch between the brands. And I love doing that. You have access to all these amazing meals. Yeah. It's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Yeah. Well, this is a good tip. I'm going to watch it.
And this is fun for the whole family. I need you and Adam and Lincoln to all watch it together.
Okay.
Everybody's going to love it. Right. And then I want to know who your favorite player is. And we're going to talk about it. It's going to be great.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on with everybody's obsession with Stanley Tumblers?
Ugh. I mean,
why are we doing you know what? I just, all I wrote down is WTF Stanley Tumblers.
You didn't read about it?
No, because I just want to talk about, I mean, I understand the I don't know, nature of these viral trends and things like that, and how the company, I did hear a little bit about how the company was kind of tanking and then bought a whole bunch of merchandise to sell direct to consumer and used housewives and moms to do it. And it was very successful. And I think it was a blog or some sort of, I don't know, a newsletter that was top purchases or whatever. Would you know the name of it?
No, but it's like a hot deals type of place where they're like, you should buy this. It's basically just it's like Oprah's
list, Christmas list kind of thing.
But it's constant.
Yeah.
But only after that success from that particular site did they hire that guy who made Crocs cool.
Oh, I didn't know there was a guy. There was a person.
Yeah, there's this guy that made supposedly made Crocs cool. And so then after this female-run blog blew them up, then they hire this guy.
Oh,
and now he's the story. He's the mythology of this guy can make Crocs cool and make Stanley Tumblers cool. Meanwhile, all the people that are doing their bidding are these women on TikTok and Instagram who I don't really like what they're doing. Right. But if they're the ones that are making it happen, they should get credit, not this bozo.
Yeah. Oh, I love this hot take. I did not know any of this.
I have hot takes about pretty much everything.
Hey, that's why we have a podcast.
I'm just so glad you care.
I so care.
Adam's like, oh yeah, that's great, Sue.
Oh my God, this is why we do what we do. I care so much. I'm like, tell me everything.
Tumblers, huh?
Oh my God, it's insane. And the irony that there is mass consumerism and purchasing and I need around something that in its essence is designed to eliminate waste.
Yeah.
Is crazy to me.
There's a bit of a dissonance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think about these toys of the past that have been big on Black Friday. And I'm wondering if they were ever as important to, I mean, of course, like kids will drive trends and things like that. But I think there are some secondary gains or something that the parents may be experiencing, or these housewives, I mean, I don't want to lump all like stay-at-home moms into like the category of doing it, but it's a specific type. It's like not even just like a stay-at-home mom. It's that housewife type. I don't know what else to label it as, which I feel like is kind of like I don't know, a thing.
Like a wealthy white woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
A wealthy white woman who's a little bored. And the people who are often kleptomaniacs, who like need a little rush. And I think that part of it is the rush. That part of it is like they want to be part of. When I hear the kids are the parents who are all lined up because their kid needs this toy, I'm like, does your kid need this toy, or do you want to participate in the like energy,
the dopamine?
There's a word for what I'm thinking of, like just like the, I don't know, whatever that is, the calamity or the mishigas, I guess.
I'll tell you what gives me that rush, and that is when I put that Lumi deodorant on, and I know for sure I'm going to be smelling great. Yeah. I mean, what a rush.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, this stuff is great for all over your body, feet.
Yeah.
Butt crack.
Yeah. This is science knocking out the odor, not covering it up, not masking it.
Yeah.
Not like that, put some fragrance over it. Now it just smells like flower scented BO.
No,
nope.
We're not masking.
Like going in and chomp, like eating up all that stinky stuff.
Here's like the actual magic. It says it's formulated and powered by mandelic acid. Never heard of it. Never will again.
Great.
To stop odor before it starts. It's a pre-deodorant. It's a pre-odorant. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you think you were going to make her smell? Because I got other plans for you.
That's right.
And like I said, you can use it on any part of your body because they have a cream, they have wipes, they have the bar, they have soap. They handle it every which way. And it is clinically proven. This isn't some sort of hocus pocus, Dr. Bombay voodoo.
Just test it out. Grab your stinky partner or kid or, you, if it's me.
Yeah.
And test it out. You will eliminate odor immediately.
As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code BrainCandy5 at LumiDeodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you visit LumiDeodorant.com and use code BrainCandy5. We love it. We love them. We love smelling great.
And we love all their good scents.
Yes, we do. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
As you were.
I feel like I want you to be honest in this answer. Have you ever participated in one of those or been caught up in one of those kind of trends? I mean, we all know I love my Crocs, so sold. Do you have like, oh yeah, I bought into that, like I have a Stanley Tumbler or whatever it is. Can you think of one that you...
I feel like I have.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes there are things that are the one I can think of.
I can think of one.
Oh, okay, tell me.
Ugh, it's embarrassing, but I love Skims.
Oh,
you know, like
do
Kim
love Skims. And when I asked you one time, like, what kind of underwear should I get? I'm going to like buy all new ones. You said the one that was a sponsor of us, what is that one? That's so
Third
good?
Love.
Third Love. And
MeUndies. We've used
MeUndies and Skims. Those
those are the ones.
Yep, I remember this.
And Skims is one of those companies that does like, you know, like at 12 o'clock on this day. Yeah, the drop.
You're lining up for the drop. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted.
Yes. So that is what I've done. I'm not proud of it, Sarah.
Yeah, but I think that's a good one because it is. Like
what about you? You have Beanie
item.
Babies and what else?
Beanie Babies. Well, one that I've like waited for the drop for, you know, like that was Beyonce's first Ivy Park collection.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got
it.
That.
Worth it? Oh, worth the wait.
I mean, I also have never worn the outfit, so I don't know. But I have it.
You wanted the thrill of getting it.
I did.
Why haven't you worn it? What's this about? Why are you saving it?
Because
tell the truth. I feel like there's a story.
No, there's no story. I bought it during the pandemic. Like this is when this came out. Pandemic. And then I was waiting for an opportunity like okay, where am I going to wear this? Like think of a spot. Then I moved to Denver right afterwards, and it's not a lot of opportunities for a like mini skirt and a crop top sweatshirt. Like
just didn't find the right place.
No, it always feels like I need to be wearing you know, like boots here. It's cold. There's snow on the ground.
What
or
about
I'm like
in the
hiking.
Summer? During camping season.
Then it feels too sweaty. It feels like this is too hot. It's 1,000 fucking degrees out here. And it's like high desert temp. I need to, this would be for an LA trip, maybe like a Pittsburgh trip. Like we go to a women's basketball game. This is where this will be the perfect outfit. But yeah, that would be.
Why do you ask?
No, I was just wanted to know if there was anything that you like felt the push like on social media or something like that too.
The thing with the Stanley Tumblers though is a little different because it would be as if, you know how you were waiting for this outfit to drop or whatever. Then waiting another month for a different color of the same outfit.
It's insane.
I cannot get to that mentally of like why you would care about color of your tumbler.
I do, and I think this is that head to toe look that so many.
I'm sorry, but that's embarrassing.
It not only is embarrassing, but it is totally unsustainable and plays into
here she goes
like consumerism.
She's like, have you heard of the earth?
Have you heard of the earth? For real.
Sarah has had it with your overconsumption, everyone.
Unless you are buying brain candy products, in which case consume. And I will continue to buy all of my sweatshirts and all of my stuff from there. I looked at my sweatshirt collection the other day and I'm like, no, this isn't too many. It's fine. It's fine.
How many sweatshirts do you have in your possession of any kind?
Of any
total?
I mean, up well over 20.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Where do you keep
Susie,
them all?
I've got at least 6 brain candy ones. And then I got my college one. Then I got one that says
but where do you keep them? In your closet?
Yeah, I've got a whole. We've got like these shelves that are.
I think you have more space than I would love.
Susan, I have no space. There is no. I have shoved them.
How many jeans do you have?
2.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy, but I really have 2, and I have like 8 to 10 pairs of overalls.
Wait, are they hanging or are they folded or what? Hanging.
You can't fold overalls. They take up way too much space. And my fuzzy ones, the thick ones, like the fucking A. That's like an entire bed set. including the duvet, how much space that takes up.
Right.
There is no room in our house for anything.
Okay.
We have 2 people who have so much fucking gear.
Packed to the gills.
Right.
So much gear.
So much gear, you know? And
where's the gear? In the garage?
Yeah, in the garage and then in bins of like, this is the winter gear bin. This is the summer gear bin.
How is this true? And you've never thought, maybe...
do less things?
Yeah. Maybe this is stupid. Like, because especially
every single one
and snowboarding.
I need it. Oh my God, I love it. Are you kidding me? It's the best.
No, but for real, I know you need it if you're doing that activity, but I can't believe you've never thought, like, maybe I shouldn't do this activity.
That would be like saying maybe you shouldn't continue with the pump club.
No, it isn't, because there's no gear.
Yeah, but it supports a fun activity and lifestyle.
What does?
The gear and all the snow stuff and the things I like to do. So they're the hobbies and the habits that keep me healthy and moving and kind of trick me into being active. Because I don't think so.
I
do want to go on a hike in the woods.
I believe deep in my heart.
I can't wait for this because I know it's gonna be bullshit.
It's like when Don Rickles is like, I mean this with all my heart. I never liked you. No, but I truly think deep in my heart that if skiing and snowboarding were bad for you, like your health, let's just say, you would still do it.
Yeah, probably.
I do not believe this is about exercise at all. And there is nothing you could say to convince me that this is about exercise.
There is a part of me when I remember this as I was having one of the best days snowboarding and I was so tired. I like fell over on the side of the mountain. I'm like, but like laughing because it's so much fun. I'm having the best time. And I was very aware of the thought in this moment of how, fuck man, I am so exhausted. I have probably burned so many calories today. And I have not once felt like I should stop doing this or I want to take a break. And I wish I could have the same feeling.
But to me, that it's like icing on the cake. It's just sort of like, it's so great that this is also a workout. Yeah. It has nothing to do with why you're attracted to it.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because you like the adrenaline, but not the fitness.
Yeah, I'm also most terrified. It's kind of like a roller coaster. It feels like that when you go down.
Which is also not about fitness.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
You know what I mean? It's just adrenaline.
Yeah, this is adrenaline.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Yeah.
I drink wine.
It has
same
fitness
thing.
as a second.
I mean, it's like, I get it.
Yes. You're probably right about that.
But I think that the workout is just a nice, like a cherry on top.
And I should also say, if I ask Susie right now to tell all of you guys what she got me for Christmas, the answer would be more gear. So she can go ahead and say whatever the hell she wants about how she feels, but she is supporting this lifestyle. So she's like, Sarah, you shouldn't be drinking. Can I top you off? Like, she's totally enabling all of my habits that she likes to criticize.
That shows how much I love her.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I know something may make her happy, and I will make it happen.
Yes.
But... yeah.
And like the protective gear. She's giving me like stuff to continue doing the things that she's saying.
Okay, so I gave her these pants that like allegedly help soften the blow if you fall.
Yeah.
Like there's padding or something.
Yeah.
Would you say that they are effective?
I did fall with them.
I
think there are certain types of falls where that is 100% true. And some of the falls that would be the most dangerous, which is like crashing and like hitting a tree or hitting because this material like stiffens up. It's on my hips and it's on my tailbone and it's on like my butt.
So,
and if I fall and hit my tailbone,
it won't really prevent.
It's going to absorb the impact. It's a material that when it is hit stiffens up and becomes
That's weird.
I read the whole thing about it. It's very interesting. It's like, and it's funny that you got me that because Eli asked for the same thing in a men's shirt for mountain biking for his birthday.
That's the thing. If you need this type of gear, you should not be doing these activities.
It's type 2 fun. It's fun where you're signing up for a dangerous activity and you might have fun doing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's all
You're
nuts,
welcome,
but I really, thank you. Thank you for supporting these dangerous activities that
all right.
I so love.
Let's wind it unless you want to share
I want to say
something.
one more thing.
Yeah.
It's just like a little, because we often love to bring him up and roll our eyes at him. Can you guess who? This is an actor we are often rolling our eyes at.
Rolling our eyes or like
oh,
mad?
for fuck's sake, he's mad. And like, here
Jared
he goes.
Leto.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! First fucking guess!
Yeah. I wouldn't say rolling our eyes. I would say like...
That's why I had to get more specific. Good follow-up
indignant.
questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you hear what happened to him with this Michelin star chef?
No.
Okay. This is going to be so good. I love this already.
Okay.
So...
he's the worst.
He's
going to get into trouble, everyone, and you're going to be like, Susie and Sarah knew it.
Yep. Where it's going to be too far. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just seeing this kind of behavior. I'm like, really? Can he fucking stop with this egomaniac shit? So Mae Martin has a podcast with Tig Notaro and
Fortune Feinster.
Yes. Feinster. And
it's called
she was
Handsome.
Yeah, handsome.
Yeah.
And I want to listen. I can imagine that's so good. I love all of them. So Mae was talking about how she was at an event at a Michelin star, or like with the chef who's a Michelin star chef, and the chef comes out and like everybody's served, you know how they do, and they're like saying hello to the table. It's some big fancy event, probably like an award show or something like that. And the chef comes out and is like, "Oh, I hope you're enjoying your meal." And Jared Leto goes, "I'm not going to eat it." And everybody at the table's like, okay, all right. What the hell is he talking about? And instead of just dropping it after that, he continued to explain why he wouldn't eat the chef's food. And he goes, yeah, because I got food poisoning at one of these things once. And then the chef goes, oh, sir, like, I assure you, you're not going to get food poisoning from my food. And he does not stop there and then reaches into his jacket, pulls out a energy bar, like a power bar or whatever.
He's so
and
weird.
Says to the chef, this is why I always bring these.
There's something wrong with him.
And starts eating it right in front of the chef who's going to all the work, he's guaranteed not paying for this fucking meal. Mm-hmm. And that's how he's going to act.
He is one step away from being Ezra Miller.
For sure.
He's like a nonviolent Ezra Miller.
Like, why are you doing sociopathic shit? Why do you want to do things to make people feel uncomfortable and insulted?
He's a narcissist and a sociopath, but he's nonviolent.
Yeah.
And also allegedly into underage people.
Oh, okay. See, a
lot of allegations.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
we are very good.
We are.
And there is a short list of people who were like, nope.
I'm telling you what.
And we're right on these. I know it.
I read the Henry Winkler book recently, and one of the things I loved is that he always talks about how he's dyslexic, and he talks about how your brain can know some stuff, but your tummy knows everything.
Yes.
And you should always listen to that little weird stomach thing. Yep. And that's what I feel like with all of these weirdos in Hollywood. So far, for me at least, it's never been like, what? It couldn't be.
Right. There's a little part of you that goes, oh, yeah,
that tracks. Anytime there's like, something ain't right.
This was a question that one of our listeners called in and asked on my podcast, This Changes Everything, where they asked, how can I tell the difference between my gut and like my insecurity, or that little voice that says, and I said, they're at different ages. That gut is like a wise mind, old soul. Like mine is Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost, where she's like, "You're in danger, girl." That is what
that's
mine. Always been a very
Wait, I gotta write that down. Oh God, that's so funny. You're in danger. Who did she say that to?
She says it to Demi when what's his name? Patrick Swayze is behind her, and he's like, "You got to tell her. You got to tell her she's in danger. Tell her she's in danger." She's like, "I'm not going to tell her that. I'm going to say it in my way. You in danger, girl." So good. It's great. Such a great line. It's such a great part of that movie. I want to watch that movie tonight. So that's how I've said. It's like the doubting voice of like that insecure voice is like a little girl version of you. It's like your inner child, or like a younger version and then the other one is this old soul who's been around that's more like,
you don't want to get mixed up in that.
Yeah. I think that was episode 69. If you guys want to listen to that, of This Changes Everything.
Sometimes yes. And you should subscribe. And how cool is it that Sarah is like manning the ship on her own.
Yeah.
Being the wise mind for the rest of us.
I'm trying. Yeah. You guys are asking great questions, so I'm having fun.
Yeah. That is so cool.
Yeah.
But I think that Jared, I don't know what he's up to, but I know that like, I'm amazed that he's still in rotation. Right. Like, how is he still, when there's all these weird stories and accusations and like what?
I can't wait for a future episode of Things We Got Wrong to be like, guess what we were not wrong about?
For real, it bothers me.
Me too. And that's how it'll happen. Yeah, we should compile like our ultimate list of people to not trust in Hollywood. And it's like about 6 people long, and they're all good. Like,
their time is coming.
Keep a watch. It's like a watch list. Okay. So let's find it down. What the heck did we talk about today? I mean,
it's been a long one, so we don't even have to. But basically, the soccer show.
Welcome to Wrexham. Watch it right now. I cannot wait for all of the listeners out there to write to me and go, "Oh my God, I'm so glad that you talked me into watching this." I know it. I know you guys are all going to be like that.
And we talked about other stuff, but
yeah. Oh, we talked about puberty, how girls are starting puberty younger.
Yeah, it was Bad News Bears.
And then we talked about some Stanley Tumblers. And
Modern Dad, I'm looking at you. He has like 50 colors. You don't need that many.
Don't need that many.
Nobody does.
I do want to know why they want that many.
It's what you said. They like the outfit.
Matching it to their Lululemon tights. Yeah, and Susie loves Skims. And there's our episode. And we'll see you next time. Make sure that you use our codes and subscribe.
That's embarrassing. Bye.